And you can start.
Hey Brett, just kind of give us your big picture overview. I know you're sending five to Eugene, and just kind of what your expectations and hopes are as you send all five there.
Well, first of all, yeah, it's a young group, so that's exciting. Obviously, we're always hoping for more. Series of unfortunate injuries kind of kept some kids at home, but the five that we have here, young. I'm trying to think through of everybody. I believe it's the first time for everybody here. Yorgi, I think, and Ariana have been to the indoor championship. So anyway, the expectation, garner some experience, but it's the same focus as we've been all year. And the thing that we preach about inside the program is, we're not really focused on outcome as much as we are process. The goal is to be tested, continue to hone your craft, work the process every day, and enjoy the test, the competition when you have those opportunities. And the ultimate goal is to compete against the best at their best, and this is one of those opportunities.
Andrew.
Hey, Coach. What are your expectations for Mitch Webber this week? Obviously got second place at the SECs and could have a chance to do something special this week.
Yeah, same thing. I can't. We can't play defense in track, so I can't control what the other guys are going to do. Someone hangs one on, especially the discus. The aerodynamics involved. Someone catches a wind, it's going to fly. So the expectation is the same for Mitch, man. Just get in there and do your very best on that day and see how the cards fall. But that guy, he's fun to be around for me. I really enjoy. He's well beyond his years. In terms of his training age, his eligibility age, in terms of his approach to competition. So I don't know where he's picked it up, how it was passed along, but he's got it. And he just loves these kind of environments, So what I expected out of him is just the same thing that we've seen all year. He's going to go to the well. He's going to leave it all out there. And like I said, we'll see how the cards fall, maybe he comes out on top, maybe he comes a little bit short, but either way, he's going to give it all and it's going to be awesome. So.
All right.
Hey, Brett, I wanted to ask about Ariana. I know that this is just kind of in her process. She has this meet and then the Olympic trials right afterwards, and then she's coming back right for another year after that. So what have been your overall impressions of her the entire year? And now that, this is kind of one meet after another for her going into next year.
Yeah, so Skylar and Mitch will also be rolling into Olympic trials too. So, it's for the athletes like that. These guys are, for their age, these guys are studs. Obviously you guys know that they're studs for their age. So, and then to know that they're the top 24 in all of the United States when you roll in the professionals as well to be able to qualify for the Olympic trials, that's pretty cool. And so for her, I think she's capable of catching a big jump any time. Obviously, she did that at the indoor SEC championships, got into the indoor NCAA championship. Mara nipped her out for the school record at round one, but there's a really big one in there lurking for Ariana that could come out any day. And for someone that's a sophomore and Mitch as a freshman, Skylar is a freshman, only 19 years old, hasn't turned 20 yet, going into the Olympic trials in 2 weeks. The message to all those guys is, hey, let's get in there and understand process. The process of the Olympic trials is uniquely different than what these kids experience during the NCAA season. It only happens 4 years. There's no other meet like it in the world to replicate it. So it's really important at their age to get in there and really eyes open, soak up everything, and get acclimated to the process. So the next 4-year cycle, they're ready to rock and roll, make a shot at the team. Not saying that they can't make a shot at the team right now, but truth is, they're when you add 4 years in chronological age and training age to a kid, it's a pretty substantial difference. So our group going into the trials are going to be really young. We're going to be soaking up a lot of experience, and really we're setting our sights on the next 4-year cycle so that we're ready to roll. So
The trials were in Eugene as well, right?
yeah, it's a long stretch, man. Not that I'm throwing Eugene out of the bus, but it is 50 degrees and cloudy, and but awesome stadium. Have you guys seen this thing yet? This thing's epic, man.
I have it. It looks very, very cool. I'm sure it's a lot cooler seeing it in person, but
yeah, it's epic. They say 250 million, but word on the streets, maybe Phil kicked in another 250 million, so it could be a $500 million stadium. So interesting.
Ben, you can go next.
Ben, what do you got?
Just kind of expanding on what you were just talking about. I mean, I know they're completely different environments, but is there anything that your Olympic hopefuls can draw from this weekend or this week that can help them when they hit the trials here in a couple of weeks?
Well, it's just the confident. Well, being on the track, it's a brand new stadium, so as compared to the professional counterparts, they'll have been, the NCAA kids have been here first. So there'll be a lot of people that haven't seen the new facility since it came online. Confidence, knowing that they're ready to roll, and the fun that goes along with it. So, those are the takeaways. Like I said, in track, I always say I wish I could draw up a great defensive play to tackle lane 4 and intercept a javelin. It's just not in the cards. So the only thing we can control is our own thoughts and what we're doing, how we think about it, and our process. And so those are going to be the messages that we're going to be carrying forward into the trials at NCAAs.
Joel. All right. First off, I wanted to apologize to you, Brett, for coming in late. So if you have already answered this question I'm about to ask, then I'm going to go ahead and apologize. But with everybody that is making it to nationals this year being so young, I mean, you have, what is it, 2 sophomores and 3 freshmen? Is that correct? Or is it the other way around? Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
With them being so young, how do you feel about the future of the Mizzou team heading forward into future seasons?
Well, obviously we're thrilled about that. And, I feel like we left probably 6, 7, maybe 8 athletes at home that could have easily have gotten here. Probably like a lot of programs, we were just ate up with some injuries. I think that was a product of the extended time off in COVID, and then the stress of trying to get back to this level, and it's kind of an unforgiving level, to be able to push your body to a level that it needs to be at to be able to compete inside the SEC and eventually get to the NCAA championship. Probably costs a number of our kids a year, but when we look at the totality of our program and the youth that's here and at home, we're really excited. The staff's done some amazing recruiting. They've done some incredible coaching, the leadership over the last few years. Few years. It has seemed like a decade of this COVID stuff, but since COVID started, the leadership with the event coach has been extraordinary. So I'm really excited about what the future holds for the program.
Anybody else have questions? All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you getting on. See you.